So you're a new puppy owner. Have you had this happen? And oh my goodness, this is the worst. Or how about this? My name's Erin and I've been breeding Golden Doodles for 9 years now. And I'm gonna give you 5 tips to train your new puppy. But why am I doing this? In 2020, there were 66 million dog owners that owned at least one dog. That number grew by 4%. That means that we added 2.7 million puppies in the last 2 years. The American Humane Society says that 9 to 13% of puppies get returned due to hyperactivity and destruction of household items. The biggest mistake that puppy families do, is giving their puppy too much freedom and not enough desensitization. We've had puppies get returned to us for those reasons. If you haven't seen those videos, I'll put the link below. But if new puppy owners followed these simple rules, especially a house line and a playpen, they would not have these issues. Puppies can be sensitive to their body parts being touched, like their tails, their snout, their ears, or even their gums. But it is so critical to make sure that these body parts are normalized touching because it's crucial to their grooming, to dental care, to veterinarian care. And we especially don't want anybody, especially young children, to touch any of these body parts and provoke a protective or an aggressive response. Do this 5-minute exercise to help desensitize your puppy. First, you're gonna mess with their ears, give them a little tug. Then you're gonna cover their eyes, like playing peekaboo. Next thing you're gonna do is the hardest one. You're gonna go on the inside of their mouth and rub on their gums. Then you're gonna move on to those pads. We're gonna push in the middle of every pad. Remember, that's 4 feet. Then we're gonna touch the tips of those nails. You can kind of strum them backwards. Then we're gonna give that belly some rubs in a little circular motion. Next, we're gonna touch the puppy head to tail. All the way to the top, all the way to the bottom. Then we're gonna give their tail a little turn. And the last part, we're gonna go put our hands underneath their collar and give it just a little tug. If you do these things once a day, it'll take you about 3 to 5 minutes, but you will definitely produce a more desensitized puppy and make sure that those aggressive or protective behaviors to an unwanted touch does not happen. What is too much freedom? It's not enough supervision. That's when you can't watch your dog 24/7. And let's be real, who actually has time to do that? Nobody can do that 24/7. So that's where a house line or a baby playpen comes in handy. Both are tools that we recommend using to control the puppy's freedom in the house. For the house line, we attach it to their collar 100% of the time, and it allows us to easily and calmly get control of our puppy at a moment's notice. Having a line on our puppy allows us to catch them in the moment of making a poor choice, and we can easily stop them by immobilizing them, stepping on the line, or using it to redirect them to something they should be doing. We have great supervision during that time, and it allows us to teach our puppy the rules of the house in a calm and positive manner. Another option to consider if you're not able to keep your puppy on a house line is using a baby playpen. A playpen provides a safe and enclosed area for your puppy to play and explore while you're not able to directly supervise them. You can place toys and treats in the playpen to keep them entertained and occupied. The playpen can't be used all the time. They will outgrow it within months. So it's still very important to teach your dog proper behaviors and direct them so eventually they'll be able to be out of their home. But don't let your dog fool you, even cute faces like this. Just because your dog is doing well for a couple of days does not mean that he or she needs more freedom in the house. Bella tricked us once when she was 1 year old. We thought she was ready to have more of the house, and we came back home to every dining room chair having chew marks on it. But guess what? I just turned it into a project and JP gave me the nice antique white table that I wanted. Just remember, when using these tools, it always requires you to give your puppy something to do. They are a puppy. Puppies eat, sleep, potty, and play. To get energy out, we recommend playing games like tug of war, fetch, working on your training, or even going on a walk. Even a busy mat can be huge, and it doesn't have to be a store-bought fancy one. Just grab a towel. Place some treats in a towel that's folded up and wrapped. This mental challenge really wears them out, and it will keep them going for hours. Getting everybody on the same page is extremely important. Do you have young kids, teenagers, older parents living with you? All ages are very important and offer their own addition to the puppy. Young kids can help socialize and get that energy out. Teenagers can help with potty training. Adults can do most of the obedience training and, of course, enduring crate training. And older adults, well, they just get to be the grandparent snugglers. But the most important thing is that everyone is doing the same thing. If one adult allows the puppy to chew on their hand, their 3-year-old most likely won't enjoy the same thing. Those puppy teeth can be razor sharp. Going to training can be really difficult with everyone's schedules. That's why we love Baxter and Bella. The whole family can watch the training videos and even choose the commands.
Use our coupon Doodles to get 25% off. You won't regret it.
Continue to desensitize your puppy. When your puppy comes home, you want to expose them to as many people as possible. But you can't really do that until they're fully vaccinated because you can't take them to a dog park or a pet store. But don't let that stop you. Break out the props. We unfortunately did not do a good job with Bella on this, and she unfortunately barks a lot at men, especially with hats on. So put on a hat or sunglasses or maybe even grow a mustache.
That would take me like 4 weeks to grow a mustache, honey. I think you've been watching too much Yellowstone.
Exposure is crucial for your puppy's development, but exposure isn't just limited to humans. Dogs can also be introduced to other dogs for socialization. Short play dates with a variety of friendly dogs can help your puppy learn to navigate different personalities and boundaries. A bark from a bigger dog can teach them to give space when needed, or a whine and a gentle nudge can mean play with me. With continued exposure, your puppy will learn not to associate certain appearances, whether human or dog, as a threat because they've seen it before. Potty accidents are a huge sign of too much freedom. Most breeders have worked really hard to teach your puppy the difference in potty areas and their sleep space. Keep that work going. Their crate is a safe space where they will not potty unless you've kept them in there too long. I am talking hours. So unless you can keep an eye on them with a house line, I recommend letting them outside to potty and then putting them right back in the playpen. Remember to take them out regularly to allow for successful potty training. It is said about 15 minutes after drinking water, a playtime, or a training time, it is a good idea for the puppy to go potty. Give tons of praise when they have gone in the right spot. Also, if your puppy has an accident in the house, don't bring them over to it and scold them. There is no evidence to support that this works. Instead, give them tons of praise when they go outside in the right spot. Potty training is hard work, but if you're diligent in the beginning, it will pay off. Most of our families report that our dogs are potty trained within the first couple of weeks. Great breeders work hard to lay the foundation for each puppy to become a well-behaved dog with early neurological stimulation, manding, sound stimulation, and socialization. But even if you get a dog that has had no exposure to these amazing things, you can start now. Puppies and young dogs are really flexible. They want to learn. And there are going to be days where your puppy might relapse. But just keep going with your training and you will produce an amazing dog. As a dog breeder, my favorite thing is to get videos and pictures of all my family's setups and how well their training is going. I know that they're working really hard and they're creating a great dog. So keep up the good work and you will too.